edition of the Rob Dibble Show.
Do you hate baseball?
No, I like baseball. I just never understood how you guys can spend so much time discussing it. I mean, I've been to games, but I don't memorize who played third base for Pittsburgh in 1960.
Don Ho.
That one's driven to center field and deep. Yastrzemski back, still back, on the track, at the wall. See ya! He picks up where he left off. A home run for Judge. 1-0 Yanks.
Any guest calling into the Rob Dibble Show does so via the Bobby B's and Sports Tech Hotline. And now, here's Rob Dibble.
All right, let's get you updated on some of the great action that is going on around Major League Baseball. Yankees have won. The Red Sox have lost 10-9. That one was action-packed right up until the end when Adam Duvall struck out.
Oh, Duvall!
Yes, that Duvall. So 26 hits, 19 runs. Right now, top of the seventh, Minnesota leads Kansas City. Middle of five, Philadelphia and Texas. This game has just gotten insane. It was 5-0 as the Rangers got out on top of the Phillies got out on top of the Rangers 5-0. Rangers came back and tied it. It is now 9-6 Texas.
Wow.
9-6
Wow.
Texas, as the bullpens will decide this one now. Nola got knocked out, 5 earned runs, 3 2/3. Soto came in, gave up 3 more, actually 4 more on an error. So that's where we are right now. Brogdon is in the game. So DeGrom goes 3 2/3, gives up 5, strikes out 7, 73 pitches, gets a no decision. Reagans comes in. He does a nice job. Now Burke is in, and he's struggling. He's giving up a run. So 9-6 right now, and we are in the bottom of the 5th inning in Texas.
Verlander, somewhat of the headlines today for the New York Mets. He was officially put on the IL. I do believe we got a groin injury, Curtis, and for that guy.
Oh, what a way to start off opening day.
Yeah.
I think he pulled his groin.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking about little Thomas Hastings right now. This is his favorite song.
Hopefully it cheers Thomas up.
Yeah.
I know his Red Sox already lost today, but yes, a groin injury for Mr. Verlander. A slight
I don't know how bad it is, but here's the thing. You don't need a full complement of, oh my God, guy's glove fell off.
Marlins
hat fell off.
Marlins having trouble here in the outfield for
all kinds of stuff. So now we would be in the dugout going do 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 because it's like a circus out there.
Are we gonna get an inside the Parker here?
No. He was on first.
Oh, okay.
He was on first, but he scored on a double.
Martinez all the way first to home, huh?
That's a double that's misplayed.
Finding Nemo hit it.
Is that old Jazz Chisholm Jr.?
That is Jazz Chisholm playing it
Cover
like
of the
it's a video
show
game.
himself.
5-3 Mets now top of the 7th after that misplayed ball as he's like, man, there's a glitch in the game.
I know it's only game 1, and not a lot of people know Jazz Chisholm yet.
You should.
You should know about him now.
MLB The Show.
Now, he's made some money since he's been in the league, and he's bought a lot of jewelry, and he's wearing all of it. He's wearing all of it. He is leading the league right now in the chain game, and it's not really working for him. Not working at the plate, definitely not working in the field so far.
Cincinnati, we're in the bottom of the 5th. Hunter Green got the start, was pitching well until he wasn't. It's now 4-4 in that game. Toronto, St. Louis, middle 5. This is a repeat of probably a World Series back in the day. 5-5 is your score right now, mid-5. Braves have already dispatched the Nationals 7-2, as we told you earlier when you joined us. And if you're just joining us, the Yankees won 5-0. 32 strikeouts, 12 hits, couple of home runs, one for Torres and one for Aaron Judge, his first at-bat of the season. So he now has 63 home runs in 163 games, if you're counting.
Wow.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
I love this kid. I thought that was so cool.
You want to fire up your fan base after you get a big contract and you hit 62. You hit one your first at bat.
That's what I said to the boys. It doesn't matter if he's in a contract year or not, fellas. This dude is locked in, ready to win baseball games. I just love Judge. Loved his season last year. Hopefully he does keep it going. I mean, he is on pace right now for over 100 home runs.
Oh my God. He's on pace for 162 home runs. He's on pace for like 2,000 RBI.
Yeah.
He drove in a couple. He's probably going to get 200 strikeouts as well. He had 2 strikeouts in 4 at bats. So he had 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. He was a busy man. He's a busy man. LeMahieu was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts before he got a knock, so he's hitting 250 with 3 strikeouts, but ton of strikeouts. 16 for the Giants hitters, 16 for the Yankees. But Garrett Cole, the good sign is, listen, you need an ace. And the ace went out there. He walked the leadoff guy on 4 pitches because he was pumped up. That's the way Garrett Cole pitches. He settled down, struck out the side, struck out 8 of the first 9 outs that he retired. 11 strikeouts on 95 pitches, went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, couple of walks. Then the bullpen did what the bullpen does for the Yankees, and that's the way things are going to go. That's when you have a very good bullpen like the New York Yankees. You don't have to press Garrett Cole. You now get tomorrow off, where you could rest anybody that threw today, and they have an afternoon game on Saturday if it gets played.
I'll be tracking this Toronto-St. Louis series, not just this game. I think this game's going to be great in the finish tonight. But I'm looking at leadoff batter for Toronto, George Springer, getting an opening day leadoff spot as he should.
Yep.
Fully healthy, 3 for 3 right now, batting 1,000 against St. Louis, and the rest of the world rooting for that kid. And honestly, for a lot of people across the country are picking Toronto to win this division. And I think that's a great pick. I think that they were there last year. They've not only just retooled, but they've grown up a bit.
I honestly think you're getting 3 playoff teams in the American League East again. I think it's the Yankees, I think the Blue Jays, and the Rays. They all have the pitching to do it. I think everybody can scratch out 4 or 5 runs if you play your cards right. I think they all are talented enough to do that. I think it's these out of division and out of league games that we already went over, where you're playing like the bottom feeders of other divisions in the National League. So playing the Pirates, playing the Reds, playing teams like that, that's going to help you get an extra 10, 15 wins. And honestly, I look at that every year when you get free agents, and I look at either pitchers or players, and I'm like, is that guy getting you an extra 5 wins? Is that guy getting you an extra 10 wins? And so, managers can win you 10 or lose you 10 or 15 games, depending on how they manage and things like that. So I think this unbalanced schedule where all 30 teams will play each other this year, that was Rob Manfred's goal. He's got it. Red Sox, Yankees are only going to play 13 times a year now instead of 19 times. We'll see if people like that. But from a standpoint of you're a Red Sox fan, Yankees, Rays, Blue Jays, Orioles, you're going to love playing some of the bottom feeders in the National League.
I think the American League is going to dominate the National League. When you look at those records of interleague play,
Yep.
I think it's going to be completely lopsided this year. Tampa Bay already with a win. They won 4-0 over top of the Detroit Tigers. Clanahan get the win. And then I saw Wander Franco went deep. Also, Siri went deep for the Tampa Bay Rays. Picking up right where they left off.
Rough schedule here for the Blue Jays off the bat. I'm just looking at it now. They're in St. Louis. They go to Kansas City for 4. Then they go to the West Coast with the Angels. So you start the season with a 10-game road trip.
I'd rather start it. I'd rather do that now and flush that out of the way. I think out of teams that I wouldn't want to play with a depleted roster in the National League, St. Louis, Los Angeles, 2 on the top of the list. Probably San Diego as well. So get it out of my system. If I'm Toronto, I would welcome this road trip right at the beginning of the year.
They come back, play Detroit and Tampa, then they go to Houston, New York, Chicago, Seattle, Boston, but then they get 3 against Pittsburgh, which they should take 2 out of 3 from Pittsburgh.
At least.
They're going to play, let's see. Well, the Mets is no easy task. They're going to be in New York to play them. Marlins, they'll be in Miami, but then they play the Giants, and that's the end of their first half. So they could get an extra 7 to 10 wins just by playing the National League as much as they're going to play them.
Right now, it's 5-3, bottom of the 7th inning. Mets over top of Marlins. I was telling you about Steve Cohen before we went to break. So there's a pretty cool section right now in Miami that has all these like neon blue Mets shirts. They're supporting the Mets, and it feels like they're a Francisco Lindor like fan club of sorts. Cohen's got a shirt on. He's sitting in the middle of it.
Dude loves his Mets, man. Just
I
became a
love this
billionaire.
guy.
But he's always been a Mets fan.
Favorite owner. He's
always been a Mets fan.
He's making me like the Mets.
All right, so Anthony Volpe, obviously, we know him making the open day roster, but had 200 tickets today from his family.
That's good for him, man.
Yeah,
I saw some of that action too.
He's from Jersey, and listen, he's a lifelong Yankee fan. It's a dream come true for this kid to be playing shortstop. I think the bottom of the order is really the killer for the Yankees. This Cabrera and Volpe, yes, they're young, but it's not just them. LeMahieu was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts at the top of the order. That's not good till he got a base hit. Volpe and you've got Trevino who hit last year, but now, okay, we know you now.